There's one option, but the operation is risky.
So when are you having the surgery?
I don't know. How do I tell my daughter? I'm kind of it for her. So how are you?
One of the things I really loved about this is how, Max is so concerned about teaching Wally all these life lessons before he dies from this illness. And in reality, she's teaching him a lot of valuable lessons. So I was wondering, John, for you, what's the biggest life lesson your kids have taught you? And Mia, what do you think is the biggest life lesson you've taught your own father?
I'm struggling to think of something pithy and specific, but really what they've taught me is to stay in the present and to enjoy the things that they have. I mean, children are super adaptable, and it reminds me of when I was a kid and we grew up very poor, but we didn't know it either in a lot of ways, and children are able to do that in a way that adults leave behind long ago. So it's always a great reminder through my kids to appreciate what you got.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mia?
I don't know. I mean, I've taught my dad how to use social media. I mean, some like Gen Z things. I hope that I've taught him something. I think that he's taught me a lot, and I'm grateful for him, and I love him so much, and I'm sure he would say that I've taught him things, but I don't know if I would say I've taught my dad many life lessons.
Oh, goodness. I think I'm still learning these lessons, so it's hard to articulate, and I'm really not sure what I've taught him. I think I probably need some time away from movie making to be able to process all of that. But I will say I'm incredibly close with my dad, and a lot of wanting to do this movie was to be able to honor that and speak to a relationship that I think is so important.
Yeah. Another thing I really enjoyed is watching Max teach Wally how to drive, just because that's how I learned. My dad taught me how to drive. That's
Same here.
So I was wondering, how was that experience? Did that go well for you?
No, I failed my license test several times. I'm really not a good driver. My dad's a great driver, but I did not inherit that gene. So I had a lot of fun replicating that experience with Wally.
Let's go somewhere. We've never taken a real road trip together.
No way. It's the rest of summer.
We're going.
I will be miserable the entire time.
I will teach you to drive on the way. If you have a good attitude for real, I'll let you get behind the wheel.
If you promise to never do that again, ever.
I will never, ever do it again.
Get out!
All right, good.
In the film, Max and Wally, they go visit a lot of different states on their road trip. And I was wondering, of all the states that they visit in the film, which one would each of you guys like to make a road trip out of, and why?
For me, it's New Orleans.
I was going to say New Orleans too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I actually went to New Orleans with my mom. It wasn't a road trip, but we flew there. It was for an audition, and we stayed there for a couple days, and it was kind of cool just being there with just one parent. And that was my first time in New Orleans. I think was really cool. If I had to pick another one, it'd probably be Florida, just because I've been on many road trips to Florida, because it's right by Atlanta. And so I know what a road trip from Atlanta to Florida is, and it's not too long. So.
Oh, goodness. I guess different states for different reasons. I mean, I love New Orleans, so I love Louisiana, but then again, Austin, Texas is really fun. I haven't been to New Mexico, and I haven't spent much time in Florida, so I can't speak to those, but I would say maybe a tie between Louisiana and Texas. But then again, we shot the whole movie in Auckland, New Zealand, so so very different from those places.
What do you think you'd want to do in those states?
Oh, gosh, eat. That's really what I like to do when I go anywhere. I'm not an athletic, outdoorsy person, so I like to check out the food scene.
That's my favorite. Actually, Austin has incredible food. So
great food. Yes, I need to spend more time there.
We're gonna see so much good stuff driving. When you look back on this trip, I want you to remember you and me spending time together, not you waiting for your boyfriend to call.
I love when I keep wanting to call her Mia, but when Wally asked Max, how will she know when she found the right man? And I won't reveal his answer, but I was wondering, how would you answer that question?
I think it's about liking someone and not just loving them. I think it's so important to have a friendship, and that's something that she really doesn't have with Glenn throughout the movie. It's not the right boy for her because they don't have any kind of friendship, and I think like and love are probably just as important. At least that's what my parents would say. So I guess I do know something they taught me.
There you go. There's your life lesson.
There you go.
The right man will be the one with a giant eagle tattoo on his back. That's what I would tell my daughter. I think he's the one. I think he's the one who gives her where she feels like she can be the version of herself she wants to be. Who is gonna want that best version of her and want to help see it flourish.
That's a great answer.
Oh, I don't know if I have an answer as good as that. I mean, I don't have any experience in that area, but I think just someone who will listen to you and cares about you. I always think about the one like that one reference from like How I Met Your Mother. I think it's like the olive trick, and it's like he doesn't like olives, but or no, he loves olives, but he pretends to hate them so that he can give them to her. And if someone will do that for you, I think that's a good man.
You could also ask his parole officer, like, and just get a sense of who he is, what his likes and dislikes are, and if the parole officer gives you a thumbs up, I think you're good.
I need you to drive.
I didn't know your headaches were this bad.
You never tell me anything.
Clear, go now. Did you close your eyes? I was just gonna No! Always keep your eyes open.
Like 1 second, okay? Is this what a midlife crisis is?
No. Yes.
And as I said before, I think you did such an incredible job with this movie. Just for me, the biggest thing is I really loved how just genuine it felt, just their conversations, the road trip itself. But I was wondering, what was the most important thing you wanted to capture while making this movie?
Well, thank you so much. There were a lot of really important things, but I would say something that was at the forefront of all of our minds was just finding the levity and the humor behind things, because obviously it is a tough subject matter and it does have some drama to it, but we really wanted to bring the lightness to it wherever we could, and that's where John Cho really shines. I mean, he's so great at everything, but he's a fantastic comedic actor, so we were really lucky with that.
Yeah. Oh, you absolutely did that then. It was funny too. So.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks so much.
I'd bet on you. I want you for my whole life.
You have a fire inside you, Wally.
Life is gonna pull some moves to try and put it out. Trust yourself.